Come on, get down with it, this sickness. Yeah, look at this. I have that donkey here. He's looking at the pool.
Imagine all.
Well, that's what I did not expect. We do have one person out there who is trying to be a true superhero, as we've known them. And I hate to say it, this superhero out there, they too tried to go out there and do a good thing, only to see themselves become a villain.
Hey, no good deed goes unpunished.
No good deed goes unpunished. Wonder Woman was trying to save the day for people out there, and everybody's like, "Oh no, not Wonder Woman!" What? Were you over there dancing?
I was like, "Yeah, good song."
You're like, "I don't know what it is, but
I like it though.
I like it though." Shit, Wonder Woman be jamming, boy. Who hates Wonder Woman out here, man? What does she do now? Who does not like Wonder Woman? She's a hero, and that's exactly what your girl Gal Gadot thought. She thought in these harsh times right here, what people need now is not food, not water, not medicine
toilet
kits,
paper.
not toilet paper. She's like, well, you ain't gonna get none anyway. I already bought all the shit. But she said, no, what you people need out there is a song. Sung not only by me, but my cast of rich celebrity friends.
Day 6 in
Damn, she look like she got that shit right now.
Yeah.
I mean, still beautiful.
Yeah, but she looks a little crazy. I haven't been able to talk to anyone or make any movies.
She's that hot chick that turns into a zombie and like, you was still kind of cool looking before you even turned.
Yeah.
You kind of look hot right now as a fresh zombie.
Starting to lose it.
Yeah.
quarantine.
Would you say she's about to lose right now?
Yeah, I'm about to lose it.
Hey, everyone. Wonder Woman here.
Pay attention to me, please.
This virus had affected the entire world. We're all in this together.
Now, this is what she tells you. She says that, hey, listen, yeah, these are rough times right now. Everyone's sick. Everyone's suffering. But, folks, just want you to know we are all in this together.
The first warning sign is when she said, I got a little philosophical about that. As soon as a celebrity says that, you go, oh, no, here we go. That's just gearing up. Doesn't the gears start turning for just from dumb shit to fall out?
You about to give this long-ass award speech that nobody wants to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man. Y'all are actors, man, not philosophers.
Exactly. Entertain me. Don't lecture me.
Yeah. I'm not saying that you're not smart. I'm not saying that you're not entitled to opinions. I'm not even saying that you're not entitled to share these opinions, but think hard.
It's a time and place.
There's a time thing. Really, if you say, I've been thinking, I got something philosophical, choose your next words carefully about what you're about to say or even what you're about to do.
I ran into this video of this Italian guy, and he was playing Imagine, and there was something so powerful and pure.
Okay. It's always with these, that poem, that song, that film, that performance was so powerful and moving that it drove me to do one of the dumbest things
in my life.
Whenever you're moved by something, keep that movement to yourself.
Yeah, don't need to share it.
Yeah, don't. It's all right. Look. You know what you do? Look at art like everybody else and shut the fuck up.
About this video, and it goes like this.
Okay, now, folks, before you think you know where this is going to go, just listen to what I'm about to say, because there are some sides to this video. If you probably have heard about this. Gal Gadot got her friends together, and they all did sort of this medley or this montage of them taking different verses from John Lennon's Imagine.
Okay.
And they all sang different verses of it. And they thought, okay, this would be something that they thought would inspire hope.
Okay.
In people and make people's day feel a little bit better.
Hey, it worked with We Are the World.
Yeah. And look at where that is now. A lot of people look at that and they're just kind of like, wow, why do we all like that corny shit at the time? But I want y'all to pay attention though. I'm not sitting up there because everybody, if you know about this, you know the reactions that happened afterwards. And I'm not about to go in the direction that you think, according to those.
Imagine there's no heaven above us, only sky.
Then he was drinking.
No, his eye was trying to burst out of his skull.
They called him when he was drunk. But, he looked like a black Mo from The Simpsons.
What do you want me to do? Fine, all right. Give me a second.
Oh, he looked like Black Barney from The Simpsons. People like, who invited him? That brother's his eye rolled back in the back of his head.
Imagine there's no countries, yeah.
Okay, is that a chick or a dude? I can't.
Yeah, who's that?
I think that's Alfred E. Newman.
I don't know. It's the inspiration for Alfred Newman.
Yeah. It's Alfred E. Newman 2020.
It isn't hard to do.
No religion too.
Wow, no huh?
Yeah, she was not into that. She's like, don't make me do this. Jesus Christ. Do it. It'll be fun. I don't know.
Okay, all right, shit. That's another one. She like, I'm sitting at home. Y'all caught me when I was. Look at her. She's like, shit. Y'all
Is that
caught.
Zoe Kravitz?
That's Zoe Kravitz.
Okay, I thought
Zoe Kravitz is like, look, y'all caught me when I'm home. I'm high.
I have the coronavirus.
About
Jesus.
fire. I will sing, but I will make no facial expressions. Just so you know.
Yeah, Zoe Kravitz just got through. She just got through smoking.
Oh, yeah.
She like, I'm high as. Y'all asked me to do this shit. All right, yeah, no matter how you. All right, you good?
Dad, I'm
All right.
done.
Imagine all the people living for.
That's Zaya.
Oh, okay.
You like who?
Yeah. What's a Zaya?
Y'all laughing, but she's huge.
And the world will live as one.
Imagine no.
Oh,
God damn, I thought we were done.
Wait, we're doing the
He's
two
tone deaf
verses?
as
Come
fuck.
on.
Man, y'all ended that on a good note. That dude, my brother, like he nailed it.
He's
Here's one, and he's like,
been in that helmet way too long. He is tone deaf.
y'all might as well just have a bear come in and attack everybody.
You know what? Whoever edited this had to know that was a good spot to end it, but they asked all these other people to do it too. It's like, and we gotta include them though.
Y'all listen to that brother.
Why?
Pedro Pascal, the Mandalorian came in and ruined this shit.
Imagine no.
Imagine no. He's rapping this shit. Imagine no tomorrow.
No need for greed and hunger.
He's on the toilet right now.
Yeah, he's no worry.
Yeah, he
just
taking
woke
a
up.
Shit. Yeah. he just woke up and went to take a shit.
It's all red.
Sharing all the world. You.
Dog is like, leave me out this shit.
I don't want to look at the camera right
Dog
now.
is like, why you doing this shit? I don't want to.
Yeah, I did not agree.
And the world will be as one.
Oh, you got devil horns coming at you.
Oh, I was thinking rabbit ears.
Yeah, right.
Little rabbit ears.
Oh, yeah. They were pretty much making a glorified Coke commercial at this point, man. It's
And Coke would put more production into it.
yeah, and more feeling,
Yeah.
and with some people more talent.
Get people who can sing. Yes.
Yeah, well, she went out there, and so people, if you're listening, let me just tell you who you probably heard right there. People like Amy Adams, Zoe Kravitz, Will Ferrell, Jimmy Fallon. Well, you really don't like that dude, man.
Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry.
Oh Jesus!
I'm with you on that.
Thank you, Mom.
But Jimmy Fallon, I didn't even recognize him.
Yeah, he was the guy with the glasses. He was riding. Let me see here. What's
Jenna
her name?
Fisher.
Jenna Fisher. Black Swan. What's her name?
Natalie Portman.
Oh, Natalie Portman.
Mando.
Yeah, they Pedro Pascal's the one you heard come in and just f it all up.
Right.
So they had a lot of people come in, and they thought, you know what, this is something that we just want to do to make people feel better in these hard times. They released it to the internet, and they turned on them.
And here was the reaction.
The internet said, "What? You don't make songs to make me feel good, goddamn. Get out!" Look at the dog. Yeah, get those motherfuckers. don't sing songs to us, make us feel good. Oh, man. People said you sit in your nice homes, fully stocked with everything.
Necessity.
All the necessities. Your asses are going to be nice and clean. You got all the toilet paper you want. Unlike all the other people got to use junk mail to wipe their ass right now. And you got immediate access to testing kits if you want them.
That's true.
So a lot of people, they just weren't feeling it, man. It was almost this whole feeling of, wow, you folks are like a lot of the people in this video, man, tone deaf to whatever's happening in the world. And after that happened, man, it was everybody jumped in because the internet really, there were a lot of Twitter feeds out there saying, oh, you're sitting in your nice home. You're walking around when you're not a care in the world. You still have your jobs. You got your money. And you're singing this song where the lyrics really don't match up with what's going on right now.
They really don't.
And you want to sing to, they really don't. You want to sing to us. And the internet tore this video apart. I mean, of course, you had a few people out there who were saying, "Oh, that's sweet," and they got immediately murdered.
Oh no,
they got murdered too, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you just say?
I think it was nice. Sweet? What? No, please. Yeah, it was hard, man. It was, and the funny thing about it was, once the internet turned on them and the average people started turning on them, other actors and comedians smell blood.
Of course they will.
Oh, yeah.
They smell blood and they went in and tore off chunks too. One of them is Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, okay.
Now, of course, Larry the Cable Guy is going to be one of the guys to get attention for this because, Larry the Cable Guy, even though he got millions, he still dresses like he's in a trailer park. Yeah. If everybody believes he's just like me. Yeah. Poor, no.
Which couldn't be further from the truth.
Which is furthest from the. I tell you what, he'll sell one of those sleeveless shirts for $1,000 right now.
Yeah, I think he does sell those shirts.
Yeah, he does.
That's a store.
The redneck line at Target. No, that's too uppity. Walmart. Nah, man. Of course, Fox News picked up on what Larry the Cable Guy said. Larry the Cable Guy blasts clueless celebs for singing Imagine as LA's homeless suffer amid coronavirus.
Man, those people are going to suffer whether it's coronavirus or not.
Now, here's what he's got to say. Here's a message from people with a lot of possessions that can take a year off work and not flinch, telling everyone out of work to imagine a world with no possessions while people are still living on the street half a mile away from them. This really pisses me off. Most of us don't have any savings. We live paycheck to paycheck. Now, that's not him. That's one of the followers that said that.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, he better not be saying
I was a little confused, too. But even then, listen, Fox News picked up on that because they know the crowd that Larry the Cable Guy talks to. Larry the Cable Guy was saying that maybe, they should be out there. I believe this is what he said. I think he said, why don't you go out there and help support the wages of a restaurant that's going out of business. Give money to help people out who don't have anything right now, who can't afford anything. What I'm thinking right now, I'm like, it's true, but I'm thinking, Larry, are you doing that?
Not only is the question that, Larry, are you doing that, but they could be doing that. You could do that and sing a song. It's not that difficult.
No, it's not. I mean, Larry the Cable Guy, you gonna give everybody free cable? You gonna come set our shit up? I mean, I don't know what Larry the Cable Guy's doing. I don't know what these people are doing.
Yeah, I really don't.
I'm just saying, I understand what point you're getting at, but we don't really know all these people and what they're doing. A lot of people criticize celebrities, and we don't realize the stuff that they do behind the scenes. Maybe some do, maybe some don't, but some do.
I've said this before in the last segment, but it always comes down to, listen, don't comment on stuff like this if you're a celebrity. Try to make people feel better. It's not your place. Leave it to the experts, the people who actually know what's going on and are there to help you. If you want to help, that's totally fine. But this is not the right way to do it. And you're talking down to people, even if you don't mean to.
Yeah, because they didn't mean to do it, but this did seem a little condescending.
It's condescending, exactly.
Yeah, What they want to do was bring some people joy, and they did.
Sure.
Indirectly.
Yeah.
All the parodies that came out.
Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fans do the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart, but your head gets stuck.
It's funny when all the parodies are better than what they actually
Yeah,
did.
they
Right?
actually put some effort into that.
Because they're inspired.
Yep.
Because they are inspired, man. It's, and they put a lot of production into it, and
That guy made me feel good. He made me feel good.
I got a
that guy.
good laugh.
So much to do,
See, they did what the other video didn't do.
Failed to do.
They gave us a good laugh.
You never know if you don't go. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go.
Yeah, Mark Ruffalo matches.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Only shooting stars breaks the mold. We did it, Reddit. We fixed Corona.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Oh, even John Lennon had something to say about this.
Imagine there's no heaven.
What's that?
Hey, here's what I want to do, man. I want to figure out what went wrong with this, that it actually did turn into what it turned into, where everybody went in and just this thing imploded. It turned into, man, as people like to say, it turned into a dumpster fire.
Sure.
For what they tried to do. And I get it, man. I get a lot of sides from this. Hey, let me tell you what went wrong with this. First of all, Larry the Cable Guy did hit on something when he said that people are singing about possessions when people need possessions.
Yeah.
That's one of the lyrics in the song that John Lennon wrote. Imagine there's no possessions. Like, okay, cool. We can imagine that all day. Reality is, I need some shit.
And you have all the shit.
I need a lot of possessions right now, and you have a lot of possessions. You telling me not to worry? Yeah. That's
Well,
where
you
the
don't need the possessions. You just want them really, really badly.
What's that?
I say you don't need possessions. You just want them really, really badly.
Well, there are some possessions that you need right now. When I say possessions, I'm talking about the essentials out there. Coming from people who have everything that they need and are going to be probably wanting for nothing during this, as much as they can be for a long time, longer than the average person. And that's where the condescension came in. It's like, you really don't, and I know they don't mean it, but you really don't hear what you're saying.
That's what it is. They don't realize it because of their positions and their lifestyle. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's this thing where we're still insulated, and we don't really see what we're talking about. These people, we don't really understand what people are going through. People out there wondering where they're standing in lines for grocery stores. They're out, whether it makes sense or not, they're out of toilet paper.
Some people are unemployed and
so
not having any money come in.
And you're going to come in and say, and you're singing this corny ass song about imagine a world we don't need all this shit. Well, and we're in a world we need this shit right now. Yeah. The world is the opposite of that song. We can imagine a lot of things. Yeah, I can imagine Corona is not here right now. Guess what? It still is. So I get it, man. I get why people are upset about that. It is a song that's very misguided. Also, another place where this went wrong. I've never really been crazy about this song, Imagine. I always thought Imagine was a very corny song. And I think a lot of people now are realizing that, the song is kind of sappy. People say it's one of the most beautiful songs ever, but right now, we're starting to learn that John Lennon was the total opposite of that song. We're starting to learn things about him where he writes his song, Imagine a World, pretty much of peace.
Right.
Yeah, well, somebody said, imagine not going home and beating your wife and your kid and not cheating on the side to where you have another baby and she doesn't even know about it. Imagine that shit. Yeah, well, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? He's one of those guys that did a lot of bad shit later and like, you know what? I'll write a song to cover all that up. John Lennon was an asshole, man, if you go by the articles that are out there about him that are coming up. There's this one's from Vice, where it was, I think, letters that were found from his housekeeper like 50 years ago, where it told about how he's kind of smacked his kid around. I only think one of his kids, there's a couple of his kids don't even like him.
I believe that.
I think there's another kid that's been estranged from him. Sure. I think the Beatles, they didn't say anything, but they didn't like him too much. But John Lennon was kind of an asshole, man. Yeah. And a lot of people starting to realize, like, wow, you wrote this song. The song doesn't mean shit if the songwriter himself was a total dick. Yeah. But
I don't know about that.
What's that?
The song is the song. The songwriter is, he's a piece of shit, but the song's still nice.
A lot of people, I mean, it was a matter of opinion because I always thought the song was kind of sappy. And when I learned about John Lennon being who he is, I was like, and okay, you know what? You write this song and you're a shitty person. You write this song about trying to be, how the world should be at peace and how we should be kind to each other. You're always talking this peace shit because you smoke drugs and all this kind of bullshit. How about actually spreading some world peace, starting with your family? But I get some people like the song. I'm not as huge of a Beatles fan as other people, and that's another thing with people today. You got people coming up who are just kind of like, generations who were like, all right, I'm not obligated to like the Beatles like you were and the generation before you, and these songs are cool, but when you come out and by the way, Imagine is one of those songs where it's almost a hack type song now because everybody uses it now when they're talking about world peace. Okay. When they're talking about how wonderful things can be. It's one of those songs where people go to, and I think that's what was wrong with this video too. It's an easy go to the point where, you know what, this song doesn't even feel as sincere anymore because everybody kind of uses it to where it's kind of cliche.
I think it's a good song and I like it, but it has been overused and it's cliche. And to pull that one out, I immediately roll my eyes just from the song choice. But I think also the things like it being like, overly cliche and a song that doesn't really match what's going on. That's the kind of thing you notice because so many other things are lacking. It's like you notice things that are wrong with a movie when it's boring. When a movie is moving and it's fun, there's a lot of stuff that you don't even pay attention to. You go like, I'll give it a pass because it was entertaining me. But if a movie's moving slowly and it's dull or the acting's bad, then you start to notice everything else that's wrong. So yeah, it's the song choice that you notice because everything else is kind of lackluster. You're like, all right, well, she started this, but then nobody really seems to be all that into it.
No, they don't. No, that's true. And, I think that, again, the problem with it is that the song there's a false sentiment behind it by choosing a cliche song with these lyrics that, while they sound great, they don't go with what's going on right now. People have a problem with this. People have a problem with false sentiments, and they want to be entertained or distracted, or they want to be told that, something helpful. They don't want they don't want some empty-ass song being thrown their way. That's not going to change anything. Make something funny, I guess. I mean, maybe that would have helped. But, in their defense, though, I think people are getting way bent out of shape about this more than they should. What happened was the video, it ended up being on the internet. It's notoriously bad on the internet. Right. That people are making fun of it and making parodies out of it. And now when you get to that level, people start to bandwagon. They start to elevate this to a point where it really wasn't as bad.
Sure.
I can tell you exactly what happened with this and put yourself in the same position. So you had Gal Gadot who had all these other people on speed dial or whatever, and friends. And they were friends, and she said, "Hey, you know what? You want to be part of this thing that I'm putting out on the internet? I'm just doing something to kind of make people feel better." And people just kind of like, "Sure. Okay, why not, man?"
I mean, I guess, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, hey, did I hear you singing Imagine over there? Yeah, Gal Gadot asked, and I didn't know how to tell her no.
Yeah. Half these people probably didn't want to do it. She'll probably, just take a minute. And people are like, oh, that's all? Okay, yeah, sure, why not? It'd be fun. Half these people
they probably figured it'll go nowhere. It's like, I'll give it to her. She might not even use what I did, or this project may never even see the daylight.
People, ask yourself this. If somebody passed out a video that you didn't really know anything about, they just say, hey, all these other friends of mine are doing it. You want to contribute? Just so even you could be nice to your friend and you don't insult them. You'd be like,
sure.
Yeah, sure. It'll only take a little while. Why not? Half these celebrities don't even give a about this video or this song. They're just like, all right, yeah, I'm just doing it because my friend asked. I'm not trying to change the world. I'm not even trying to make people feel better. I'm just doing it because my friend asked. It's fun. Yeah. The other thing with this is that in Gal Gadot's defense, she offended a lot of people. In her defense, yeah, it was misguided. It's very misguided. I'll tell you that right now, and it was tone deaf. But she probably looked at all these other people online who were doing at-home concerts, who were doing their shows online, and she probably thought, all right, everybody else is doing that. Why don't I try to do something while I'm at home?
Sure.
I think a lot of people, look, I understand why people would look at this and be like, yeah, that wasn't a great idea. This is probably a little bit ill-timed. But to come in and just completely crucify these people for trying to just, for what they thought, whether they didn't know or not, but what they thought in their heart was like just something, at best, something that would cheer people up. At worst, this is a little throwaway thing I did because a friend asked me to. Man, y'all, that's the internet for you though, boy. They blow up this shit, and I laughed at the video. I was like, hey, I don't know what they're doing. But even then, I wasn't like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah. I wasn't like that.
A lot of that is coming from people who already have a lot of resentment too, or who are scared.
Yeah, who are genuinely scared.
And I understand that. Yeah, look, on the other side, yeah, they were stupid to do it, but the people who are overreacting to it, like, that's unnecessary. It always leads. It's like there's always somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
we can meet too.
Yeah, it's like the government said, hey, hold on, because Gal Gadot is going to do something that's going to help you out. Yeah. And so you had an expectation from her, like, hey, where's that money you promised me? All you gave me was a song. It was just something she decided to do. I'm sure her motivation was completely earnest and honest. And, she just thought, oh, this will be something sweet and inspirational. And this is how it went.
Yeah.
But it's not like everybody's getting mad like they were owed something that they got gypped on.
Yeah, I mean, sure, you might be slightly offended that they did this and the words didn't match, but hey, man, shit, you ain't dying. Man.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But I am.
That video
I missed my spot in the toilet paper line because I was watching that video.
Y'all know I'm not crazy about celebrities, man. Y'all know that. I talk shit about Hollywood all the time, but let's talk about the things that really should be talked about. This is something I'm not just going to attack somebody just for something that was well-intentioned. I will criticize, but I won't attack. I criticize that, and I think it should be criticized. But attacking, nah, man, I don't know. I
don't have the energy for it.
And
too tired.
The general population, they're such starfuckers anyway. They just want to see celebrities do stuff. So celebrities think, oh, well, it makes them happy to see me do stuff. I'll do something.
And they get in that mindset. Like, I have to produce something.
Yeah. Let me see here.
It's easy if you try.
Get up, come on, get down with it, this sickness. Yeah, look at this. I have that donkey here. He's looking at the pool.
Imagine all.
Well, that's what I did not expect. I wish that was real.
Oh, me too. Well, he's been live streaming.
I wish that was real because that's Arnold Schwarzenegger starting it and then just don't give him a anymore. You're just looking at shit. Imagine, look at the donkey right here.
Get up, come on, get down with it, this sickness. Yeah. Look at this. I have that donkey here.
Well, that's Will Sasso doing that voice over Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh, is that him?
Arnold's actually been live streaming from his house throughout all of this shit. He's like, he has miniature donkeys.
I don't want to hear that, man. I
want
want
to sit there with a donkey.
He owns donkeys. That's at his complex.
No, Chris, I don't believe you.
Okay,
that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold. Down with it, this sickness. Yeah. Look at this. I have that donkey here.
That is him. I'm not gonna believe otherwise.
I'll let you believe.